All right, in this part 2, we're going to talk about a lot of penises in very tiny holes. We're going to talk about what every woman needs to do to prepare for anal in these situations. We're going to talk about nude beaches and how they affect the lifestyle and how to enjoy them. We're also going to talk about the injections that you put into your penis and what happens when you put a little bit too much.
Antidote.
So keep listening, and we hope to keep you out of the hospital and hopefully out of jail. Out of jail, probably not.
Welcome to room 77. Let's play.
Just watch me.
All right, Lauren, we are back. We had so much sexiness in the last episode. We had to break it in two.
Like my vagina.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
And all worth it. You learn so much. God. People walk around now and they can just tell. They're like, you seem different.
Yeah, a little taller.
Yeah, you have a glow.
Yeah.
Like a whore glow.
You change your hair? Or?
No. I've just been filled with a lot of penises. People just know. The neighbors know. They look at you like they're judging you.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because they are. Here we are. But first, really quick, again, before we move on, we have to talk about the really important part of our lives, the Patreon. So we want to tell our listener, the one that's sitting in their car on their way to work, because our listener is a hard worker.
They are.
Or they're at work and they're listening to this and they should be working.
Less hard of a worker.
Because they're not that hard. We're not working that hard. But we need you. We need you to help us out. That's how we do it. We make Patreon money. Where do they go?
Go to patreon.com/room77 and open your big heart and help keep Richard from retiring. So I want to say thanks to our largest staff member, Thomas, Juiced Up Show Off, John, Entrepreneur Fox, Rick, Heath, Brian and Jackie Want, Lauren and Richard, Casey, Discipline is Free, Thrills, Wilbury, Roger, Deji Burner, Amanda, J.E., John, Kevin, Greg, Yoni Wan Kenobi, Chris and Jen, Lionel Richie, and the enablers.
You hear that person who should be working, but they're not? All of those people, they got a Patreon membership, and they even got special stuff that you don't. They get not only that warm feeling in their heart, but they got special stuff like sex videos.
Yeah.
Some just came for the sex videos, and then they just left. And that doesn't make us feel good at all.
But they come back when there's a new one.
But sometimes they come back. And you know what? We have more sex videos to put up in this one, too. So I guess we'll see you all again because we have some new stuff to put up. So you shouldn't have left. But we want to thank all of those people for the support. Very important. I really don't have much else to put into this.
No, it's just we appreciate each and every one of you.
Part 2 of the sexy sex stories. So we have that. And then we have the nude beach stories, final thing, and what happened there. And that's always a horny area, nude beachism.
Mm-hmm.
Nude beachism. Like I said, it's a lifestyle in and of itself. And it complements the lifestyle very, very well. And I'm not talking about the nude beach, earthy, crunchy nude beach, like, I just want to go to the nude beach because it's just so freeing. I'm talking about the people who go to the nude beach because they like to be naked and they like the thrill of being and seeing naked bodies, because that is more than half of the people. Because let's face it, when you sit on a beach, most of the time, after the first 20 minutes, you just get bored.
Right.
But at a nudie beach, especially one that's particularly full, you're entertained most of the time because people do fucked up shit when they're naked in public, and it's fun to watch. It really is. You're just always entertained, and you always have a bit of adrenaline in you. You just have this something that's inside of you that left of center. So it's just different enough to keep your mind occupied.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. I find it very exhilarating.
Yeah, I did
not have the appropriate mirrored glasses, but that's okay. That's a step one.
Yeah.
Put that in the Amazon packet.
Yeah, that is definitely in the kit. There's definitely wraparound mirrored glasses.
Yeah, you need
definitely in the kit. Yeah, I started looking at properties around Haulover. Because I was like, well, I'm just going to move here because this seems like this is my Mecca. This is where I travel to once a year to, I don't know what religious people do. They travel to Mecca and I don't know what they
pray.
do. They touch a rock or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do to Haulover once a year is I'll go and I'll pray on the beach of Haulover. And every day now, what I do is I get down on a little rug and
my God, do not even.
I pray in a northeast direction because that's where my church is.
Stop it.
What? I'm not talking about little people.
No, you can't use a tiny rug. You have to use a tiny beach towel.
I am. I'm using a beach towel.
Jesus.
as a tiny rug.
I mean, not Jesus, because it's.
There's nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing. Okay.
Oh my God.
So you get a little beach towel, put it down on the floor, and then I get on my knees.
Do you oil up first?
No,
or-
but like Muslims, they take off their shoes before I take off everything.
Of course, it's the
Right.
nude beach mecca.
Right. So I'm in downward dog position. I don't know what they call it. Playful dog? What is it called?
Well, I mean, it's child's pose. More.
Child's pose.
It's more than, downward dog.
Yeah.
But you should do downward dog in your religion. I think that would be more fun.
Probably downward dog. Downward dog and child's pose. Anything where my ass is straight up in the air.
Yeah, because you want the sun to hit your perineum. We know that's
Which is
proven.
Which is the new thing.
Yeah.
Now, it brings vitamins into your system. This is just science now.
Yeah.
It's proven.
So science and religion in your religion. I love it.
Right. You get on your little tiny towel, take off all your clothes, get into a northeasterly direction.
Because that's where Florida is from here. Okay.
From here, wherever you are, you have
Just point to Florida.
you have to figure out where Florida is, wherever you are. And then you do that 9 times a day.
Perfect.
That's just what my religion. I don't know what other people practice.
Right.
Maybe it's different in their religion, but that's what we do.
And what is your religion called?
Haulover. Haulover. It's my Mecca.
Okay. Oh, God.
Not last night, but this is our last night there. And the fuck is on. So we decide, hey, can't be in that room anymore because the sick is in there.
Yeah, I'm allergic to that room. I don't know. There's cats everywhere, like secret cats. So we decided to transform the living room into the playroom.
Same setup. They just bring their equipment. They just move it into another room.
But this time they used the couch, which was actually a really cool futon fold out thing.
I mean, I don't usually wish that there's cameras in Airbnbs. I don't usually wish, but I do this time. I just hope somebody was like, holy shit. Wow.
I kept thinking about the neighbors, like that goddamn Airbnb, because it was a condo building, right?
And like how many people are having sex over there and how many times can they come for the love of God?
I mean,
because you ladies came more, I think you came more in those 2 days than you've come probably in your entire life.
you're going to say our marriage.
In our marriage, well, that's absolutely true, no doubt.
Stop it.
No doubt. If you ever want to get off, just bring yourself back to that night.
What I did love about the playroom setup this time was that the way the futon pulled out and then you put the beds down, there was like a mattress depth difference and it made this little ridge. And so it made like for great sexing positions.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was like, can someone invent this, please?
Yeah, it gave us levels.
Yeah, and I really liked that.
Which are really important. If anyone is out there that makes sex furniture and they're listening to this, levels. That's the trick right there. You heard it from me. If you want to give us a little something, I don't know, join Patreon. You're welcome. They come out the second night and they say, are you ready for the sexing? And we say, how dare you? And we take off our clothes. And they say, hey, would you guys like to do some drugs tonight? And we say, this is getting a little ridiculous. What kind?
Different kind.
Different kind of drug. Again, I'm not going to mention the different kind of drug,
Yeah.
but they offer us a different kind. And I say, well, we've never done that before.
Yeah.
And we're scared. Put it in my mouth.
I trust you.
So we put it in our mouths and we consume this drug. And I had a really, really great experience on it.
So did I.
Really, really fun. I would partake in it again. I'm scared to do it myself because this person put it together like Walter White making blue meth. We do that drug. And then my friend comes out again with the needle.
Yeah.
He says, hey, Richard, I noticed you really enjoyed that really, really hard cock.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you know what? I did.
Did.
I said, it was a great experience. He said, would you like to do it again? And I said, yes, I would.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to think about it this time. Stick it in my penis.
Right. Let's do this.
So I did. And there I am, ready to go. Big, giant hard on. Right, even before we start. This is just great. You're still setting up.
Yeah.
You're
You're like returning WhatsApp, checking the Telegram group. You're just doing your thing. And
you're at full salute.
yeah.
You're just
crazy.
doing stuff and you're just like, I am rock hard, ready to go. Errands to run. I have to finish up these texts. I'm going to finish this article here in the New York Times. While I'm doing that, why don't you just jump on my cock? It's wonderful.
It is a stress relief for me as well as your wife, because I know that's stressful for you guys.
It's so great that you can see how it can become addictive, right? Because when you take that stress away, that's like, oh, it gives you the penis that you would have at 15? Sure.
Yeah. And I'm not going to come and, super fast. I don't have to worry about it. I can just really enjoy all these different positions and that things that we want to do. It really is a freeing. I felt very free, and I don't even have the penis.
Fantabulous. Until the end, and then we'll get to that. So we again start going at it. I mean, we're like in some sort of Roman film,
but like a dreamy, like awesome sex film.
And I was going to be a little more aggressive with you this night. I did want to partake in the double DVP, penetration, which you said I'm not going to do because I'm too small. Everybody knows that you have a small vagina. It's just the truth. And I don't know why you have a tiny little hole. You just do. So,
but she convinces me otherwise.
Yeah. She's like, but try it anyway. And me as a protective husband, I say, yeah, try it anyway.
Yeah. She said it stretches open.
Yeah. Come on. It can expand to a baby. We all know this.
Let's do it. I mean, an hour and a half of other stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was thinking, because I was so into watching and filming and just being like engulfed in people. Half the time my eyes were closed, and there's a lot of ass play for me, just playing around and with my butt plug and stuff. I just got so turned on that I don't normally get, that it was just very extended. And normally we don't have that much time to just play and play and play. I was getting so turned on. I didn't know at one point that one of the guys was not you. I didn't even say this to you. I didn't say it to him either, but I was like, oh, baby.
Was he going down on you?
No, he was just...
I was going to say, that should have been your first indication.
No, he was like petting me and whispering in my ear, like, just like, that's it. Just, I don't even know what he was saying. It was just like, that's it.
Your husband's such a douchebag.
I don't know if he said good girl, or it's just like, that's so good. Yeah, you're doing it good. Or just kept saying over and over, and he was just petting me. And I just was lost. Like, I was so lost in my own little world. And then I opened my eyes and it's like, oh my God.
Who are you, sir?
You're not my husband. But I didn't want to say anything. Then, I didn't want to say anything to you until after the fact. But I forgot.
And I don't want to leave Kevin out of this. By the way, I know I did a lot of the work. I did most of the work. To be honest with you, both nights. If I wasn't there, this whole giant 2-day orgy would have fell apart. Just going to be honest. But Kevin
needs to be given an award.
He did a lot of work.
He did. And excellent work, mainly with his tongue.
Again, I did most of the heavy lifting. I mean, everybody knows that's not true. That's impossible. Although the one thing Kevin wasn't good at is literally any time in that stretch of 3 days that we were there, when we were having a silent moment, whether we were on a Zoom call, whether we were having an intimate moment, for some reason, Kevin timed it perfectly where he would go to the refrigerator freezer and dump a pound of ice into a metal thermos. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard.
He is thirsty.
Yeah, but he timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
And I thought he was doing it on purpose.
No, I was like...
Turns out, just didn't give a fuck.
It's completely oblivious. He's like in his own head. Oh, God.
But again, his tongue made up for it.
A scale of 1 to 10, meeting your expectations.
9.5. Let's go 9.5.
On meeting them, so we did not even exceed any expectations whatsoever.
I had no expectations. I had no idea what to expect.
So how happy are you about this excursion that you were on with us?
Very, very happy. It was very exciting. It was very hot.
It was very hot.
It was very enlightening.
If you had to pick one of the things that you're best at, what would you say it is?
Has to be with my tongue, I guess, and where I put my tongue and how I move my tongue and where my tongue goes. I've heard I was pretty good at that.
I would agree with that, but I would also say that you're excellent at getting ice in the exact wrong time out of the ice machine.
I do that well. I do that well.
did a lot of work that night. And you did a lot of coming. Every time I looked over at you, you were coming. You brought your little vibrator thing with you. You had the other vibrators with you. You guys were just coming and coming and coming every time I looked over. At one point, they DVP'd her. The three of them DVP a lot. So there's always 2 cocks in her. That's just her default. I need 2 cocks in me. That's what she just does. Then they're like, hey, Richard, why don't you try it? Why don't you try to be that cock? Now, Richard has the magic curve up that every girl in North America wants.
Noah's Ark.
And this is either going to work really, really well or not work at all.
Mm-hmm.
She likes, even though she weighs 50 pounds soaking wet with 2 bricks in her pocket, she loves to feel really, really filled up. Right. So he goes inside of her and I take my cock and I press it inside of her. And now we're both inside of her. But my cock goes up different than Kevin's cock. Right.
Right.
And I am so hard, like putting
like a dildo.
Harder.
Harder.
Like a skillet. Iron, like a
skillet. That's a weird shape.
I know. I'm just really hard. I was really, 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 really hard. I mean, I could feel how tight it was inside of her that I was sweating. Like, I was like, does this hurt? And then she just reaches back and she's like, fuck me harder, fuck me. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so hot. I've never really had that kind of DP experience with her. I had a different experience with DP where I didn't know I was in the middle of DVP the last time I had DVP. I sort of looked over her shoulder and the husband was inside and I was like, oh,
I'm doing it too.
I guess we're living together. We're
just moved.
We're roommates. I didn't know this was happening. But, all right. Awesome. It felt different, but that was my first time doing that.
And you probably weren't taking the injection.
No. I never had the injection. The only time I had done the injection was when I did it incorrectly. But this was really, 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 really different. So then I just have sex with her. And this is where she ruined the lifestyle for me because she fucked me. She was just riding me and riding my cock and coming on me. And then she's like a sex goddess, right? So she's just sitting on my cock and fucking my cock. Her pussy is so swollen. She's just fucking me. And then she backs up on my cock and she just comes all over my cock. It's just like those eyes when a woman is looking at you, like those fuck me eyes that I'm like, I'm done. I don't need to have sex with anybody else after this. I'm done. I retire. I'm done. What else am I going to do after what I've done with all of you people? I don't know what else.
You can't top it.
Right. It's just, we go into the little people direction. Well, we have to. You know what I mean?
When she was fucking you, she was in that lip, like I was talking about, of the mattress. Yeah. So it gave her a little bit of height to ride up and down on your cock. It was like you were almost fucking in a chair, that sort of position where she's almost sitting on you.
Yeah.
And I don't get to do that a lot because of the curve of your cock and you're always afraid of it. There was a point, by the way that she was moaning, it sounded sort of painful and tight that I thought you were fucking her in the ass.
No.
I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, my vibrator on. I'm just going to town.
Oh, if that was her ass, she would have gotten an award. Jesus. No, I didn't have any anal sex while I was there. Just to give you the listener a picture, it's like I'm there doing that, and she's big enough to be in my arms like a little person, and and these guys that are there, they're big guys too, right? They're bigger than me, and they're on either side of her, so we're like surrounding her, and they're like holding her up, rocking her on my cock, like almost like she was one of those pocket pussies, and just like sort of ramming her down on my cock. It was just like, I was like, this is one of the hottest fucks I've had.
The visual was so hot.
It's so hard, by the way, like just so hard that it was aching. My cock was hurting. It hurt. It's good. It needs to shed this outer lining and grow a larger outer part because it's so big right now. It felt like I had the biggest penis in the world. That's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. Again, it was high on coke. It was just like, I want to do this every day. And then we tried to fill you up again.
Yeah. You and I started fucking and you were like, my penis hurts. And I was like, my pussy hurts too. Yeah. And we're like kind of fucking like complaining, but not really. But like everything felt so good. It was just like no one wanted to stop.
But we still tried to do airtight.
Yeah.
Again, this was the time to do it. Like we were going to do it and we were going to get on this podcast and we were going to say, we did it. After 3 years, we have fulfilled and completed airtight. Failed. Now we have to get an airtight shirt with just a fail, like fail across it. I'm sorry. It's your fault because you're not practicing anal enough.
I'm not. I guess maybe I need to buy a bigger butt plug too. But we spent so much time playing with my ass that I was like, really like, this is going to happen. Like, I'm so prepped. I am so prepped.
Everyone knows that, and it's common knowledge that when you're in this lifestyle, especially for a woman, always be putting stuff in your butt. It's just rule of thumb. If you're walking around the house or you're just doing stuff, you know what I mean? Like you're running some errands, just put stuff in your butt.
What else are you going to do while you're waiting in the school line?
Right.
You got to sit there for 20 minutes picking up the kids.
Right, exactly. You have an extra moment? Just put that water bottle in your butt. Why? Practice.
Practice.
You know what I mean? You should always be trying to do better, right? And that's what you're not doing.
Yeah,
you know
right,
what I mean?
Though. Yeah.
When you are just doing stuff, laundry, cooking, sweeping, take some of those items and put them in your butt. Okay. Whatever it is.
Be creative.
It just takes but a moment.
Very funny. No, I had faith in myself. I really did. I was like, oh my God, they really spent so much time on me. I mean, poor Kevin. God damn Kevin's tongue. Holy shit. I was like, if I can give you an award, and I don't know if you've heard this before, Kevin, but you do some magical shit with your tongue down there.
Yeah, I watched him.
Holy shit.
I watched him.
Oh my God, it was so good.
And then we had done that entire night. This is actually compliments of another couple that actually started this thing, which is called Everyone Gets 10 Minutes. And we sort of handed it off to them. We said, look, we do this thing with this other couple called Everybody Gets 10 Minutes, which is you go around, you say, you get 10 minutes to do whatever you want. You get to tell people, this is what I want for the next 10 minutes. And this is all about me, not you, not you, all about me. It's what I want. You get whatever you want. Whatever you ask for, you get.
Yep.
I don't know how you guys found the little person, but it was pretty, but it was pretty amazing.
Thank God they were in the Airbnb store.
That's what you were allergic to, it turns out. So we did that for a while. Very, 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 very hot. I wanted to make sure that everybody came. Because not everybody came the other night and I wanted everybody to come. So we made sure that we did get a shot, someone, at least one person coming onto your face, which is very, very important for me. Because I like that visual. I like watching that video, which we will put up somewhere. I'm the one who shot it. So I know the technique was really good. I was making sure the cum was in the right light. We were getting a good bounce, right? Nice amount of cum. It was a good shot. And, but you had two guys, jerking off right onto your face. That all sort of came to an end. Now, the night's sort of coming to an end and they start treating you, to like this butt excursion. Like your butt, it's like your asshole is going to go take a spa day. And I don't know if they're grooming you to just ass rape you at this point. I don't know what's happening, but I start drifting away mentally at this point because my cock is still rigidly hard and it's at about 2 hours and 15 minutes after I did the shot and it's aching at this point. It's really hurting me. And I'm like, I don't want to say anything because
you didn't want to say anything.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I know you did. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to interrupt anything. And they were still playing with your butthole. They had like laid you down and you were laying flat on your stomach and like your legs are spread and everybody was sort of playing with your genitalia and they were like inside of you and your butt plug was in you and Kevin was like just a lot of stuff was going on. I felt bad because I sort of started to step out of that. They were even like, oh, isn't that hot? And I'm like, yeah, really really hot butt stuff. Yeah. My penis hurts. I'm going to go to the bathroom, just check this out really quick. I'll be right back. Let me take a water break really quick. And I'm just like touching my penis, like, and it's like knocking on it. It's like, Jesus, this is, There's no one at the door. I'm just pretend knocking on my penis because it's as hard as a door, muchacho. Don't worry. Daddy knocking on his penis again. So I'm just sort of drifting in and out, and they're just clueless, right? And I'm starting to,
because we're on drugs, Richard.
Everybody's on drugs, and I'm starting to get a little more panicky. So now it's like it's a little over 2 hours, 2.5 hours, riding up on coming close to 3 hours. My cock has not budged. I mean, it is as hard as it was 3 hours ago. So everybody comes, woo, hey, great, and I'm like, hey, what do I do if I'm a little concerned about my cock? Because it doesn't seem to want to go down. And then
you tell the guys this while I'm in the shower, mind you. I just want the listener to know that part.
He starts putting me in these weird Kama Sutra positions.
That's what I walked back into.
Yeah,
it was really
he's
funny.
like, talk about downward dog. And he's like, do this and put it here. And
it's called downward penis.
His first recommendation was like, just go do a shit ton more drugs. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do a shit ton more drug. That's going to exasperate things. And all I kept thinking is, oh man, why did I do this again? I knew this was going to happen. They look and they say, well, you need decongestants. Mm-hmm. That's what you need. You need to take decongestants. They all pop up like they're at my service. They're like, we're going to go to the store. We're going to go to a 24-hour pharmacy. I'm like,
we'll be right back.
Okay, so brief pause for our friends over at Bikini Addiction. This is another important announcement. We love our partners over at Bikini Addiction because we support them, they support us, and this is big news because we had an important board meeting. They came to Cancun, all expenses paid. They came to Temptation, case in point, because here you are, the owners, the creators of Bikini Addiction, hanging out with the people. Do you know any other big bikini company people that are sitting around the pool, hanging out with you whores, huh? Looking at your breasts, staring at your ass, objectifying your bodies for profit? That did not come out the way I wanted it to come out. Okay, what I'm trying to say is support Bikini Addiction because they are us. They are part of the tribe. And by supporting them, you support us. Now, we had this board meeting, and I got to say, it was very boring.
You're going to say that.
I know. It gave a new more. It was such a crap joke. Gave a new meaning to bored. Okay? They are amazing people. As usual, they heard all of my ideas, and they called me a genius.
Oh, good.
I mean, they did. They said we wouldn't be where we are without you. They said that we will make millions off of your ideas. And then they all laughed at me.
And little eye rolling, maybe.
I don't know. I didn't see that. It was not only exciting to see them, it was exciting to see the new stuff that's coming down the pike. And remember, if you want a free bikini, make sure to go over to Facebook and find Lauren Reese and travel with her box. Or you can go to our website, room77life.com, and find the secret Facebook group and use that to travel, fly wherever Room 77 flies, and get a free bikini and travel in your bikini. We don't care. It's easier through TSA. We know that.
Or you can go to bikiniaddiction.com and use our promo code ROOM77 for 10% off.
Thank you, Bikini Addiction, for coming all the way to Cancun just for us.
We love you guys.
I'm like, oh man, I'm so embarrassed. This is horrible, but I think I'd rather this than my penis falling off or 2 hours down the road, me waking them up in the middle of the night.
I need to go.
Hey guys, hi. If you could wake up for just 1 second. I know it's 3:00 in the morning, but my cock is still rigidly hard and I have to go to the ER and I don't know if I'm legally allowed to drive the car.
Did you add me as a driver?
Add me as a driver? Because it's going to be a weird conversation to have. So maybe we should deal with this now. Luckily, they're amazing people. And they're like, well, we're just going to jump into action now. Mm-hmm. Little did I know they were high, really, really high.
I'm fine.
Yeah, they were like, I'm fine. And they told me later, they're like, we were so fucking high.
Only one of them was. The driver was fine.
The driver was fine. She was trying to read stuff on packages and couldn't read anything. They get back with a package of like Sudafed or something like that.
Yeah, but it's the behind the pharmacy kind of Sudafed, which is what we needed, was closed. So they bought the in front of the counter Sudafed.
Right.
But I am like, All right. That's Sudafed. We looked it up. The two people that stayed home, me and the husband.
They get back with the medicine, come back, and I'm like, all right, this is a good sign. Now they're here with the medicine. They bring the decongestant in and they put the pills in front of me. And this guy who I put all of my trust in, he takes the pills out. And I'm like, because he knows what he's doing. He's the one who mixes everything. And I didn't question anything. He looks at me dead serious and goes, okay, now take 30 pills. I'm sorry.
I think it was 12.
And everyone was like, 30?
It was 12.
12. Take 12. And we're like, take 12 decongestants?
Yeah, it's with the milligrams. We were doing the maths.
I was supposed to take 12?
Well, of the okay, so the behind the counter one that we couldn't buy obviously is a higher milligram. So it probably would have been 2 of those.
Oh.
But because they've changed the whole chemistry of this drug to make it to where people can't make speed as
they didn't
easily.
buy the behind the counter kind.
No, they couldn't. And they were trying to have this conversation with each other, but they couldn't communicate. And it was like,
Because they were high.
Right.
Right.
And so, no, but I read that and you need to have 120 I don't remember what it was, but it was
Right.
like 120 milligram, whatever. And it's like, okay, well, these are 10 milligram tablets. So you need to take 12. And we're like, yeah, you need to take 120. That's what it was. 4
Right.
times 3 or whatever.
No one in your life can you ever look at someone when they get home from the pharmacy and they look at you and go, take 12 of these. No doctor in my life has ever said, take 12 of these when you get home. Never.
She's like, wait. It's not the same drug. And then I'm like Googling how the whole law changed because people are making meth out of Sudafed and like, oh, it was hysterical.
So I'm like, why don't I start with 3? Let's just wait it out.
it's already going down. So we'll just take 2 and see how it goes.
Because what I don't want is Richard foaming at the mouth. He overdosed, but he's still fully erect. But eventually my dick did go down. And then all was right in the world.
Yeah.
But I liked it afterwards because it was very fluffy. It was very like, it stays sort of almost full.
Yeah.
You know? Again, if you could just get that fullness to be always full, like a shower, not a grower, that would be better.
That's how my pussy looks.
Yeah, we call it
too.
the locker room injection. Just be like, hey, I got to shower at the gym today. I'm just going to take 0.1 milligram.
Right.
So I'm not gonna be like swinging it around at the guys today. They're not gonna hang their shirts on my penis.
Right.
They're gonna be like, hey, Richard, nice cock.
Looking good today.
Yeah, you're really full.
You're full. you look good.
Yeah.
You did chest
You
and
did chest and penis today.
yeah,
I can
looks
see
good.
you really filled out.
Yeah.
You really
Popping those veins.
yeah,
Good.
very vascular. So
Don't think Pfizer's not already.
why wouldn't they? I think we had this pill before. It was in episode Schmucksy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I can't remember,
Yeah.
but we already invented this pill.
we
See,
did.
this is why I'm retiring. We've done everything.
We
said
full
everything.
circle.
Yeah. So then last day we go to the nudie beach.
It's the only day left, so it's like, listen, rain or shine, we're going.
Yeah. Richard and Lauren need a tan.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the nudie beach. I've always wanted to go to Haulover, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It is where I pray. I needed to go there. I needed to see it. I needed to check it out. Now, when we used to go to nude beaches in California, the shit that we had to go through to get to said nude beach was absolutely ridiculous. You had to drive like an hour. You had to park and then you had to walk what felt like a pilgrimage. You had to walk like a mile and a half down a cliff, down a beach, and it just took forever.
And you're carrying all your shit,
Yeah.
right?
Sometimes finding parking was ridiculously difficult. It was just difficult. So we get there, we roll up, get the first spot right up front. And then you go under a little bridge and you walk out and I swear to God, they have these like welcome mats.
Oh my God, those were awesome.
There's like mats welcoming you to the nudie beach. And I'm thinking, this is crazy. Also, by the way, never a public restroom at a nudie beach because it's always in the middle of the wilderness somewhere.
Yeah.
Where people are like, no one even knows this land exists. But they had public restrooms there, a lifeguard station. Thank you very much. I'm not going to die naked today. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Florida is the best. This is amazing. You walk on and there's like 1,000 naked people just joyously enjoying the sun and the sand. There's people there renting shade and chairs.
It was like we weren't being outcasts for going to a nudist beach like in California. It was just like, oh, this is a beach. Did you want to go to the normal beach or do you want to be on naked?
Yeah, this is how it works. And quite frankly, this is how the world should work.
It should be like that.
Yeah,
really.
It should be like that. It's like why we said it there. Look how crowded this beach is. Yeah, because everybody can be naked there. This is how many people want to be naked. And then the regular beach that we went to, fucking empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that tell you?
Every beach in Miami should be nude.
Every beach in the world should be nude, except for the Dominican Republic. You can't be naked there. Everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that.
Go to the naked beach. Now, there's a lot of rules that you have to follow at the naked beach, right? We know this because we've been going for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. Things that you need at a new beach. Obviously, wraparound sunglasses.
One.
I don't need you to know where I'm looking.
No.
Because the truth is, I'm looking at your junk.
Right.
Period.
Or if you're kind of showing it off in front of me and I don't want to look at your hairy junk, I'm looking at the better junk to the side.
The other thing you need, shade. I mean, let's face it. You're on a desert with an ocean that's 50 feet away. But essentially, you're on a desert.
Yeah.
Right? For your part, better or worse, you're in the desert part with a beating sun down on you. And that's great for 20 minutes. And then it starts to get really, really hot and you start to go into heat stroke.
You're like, I just would like some clouds.
I just have thirsty.
I want some clouds.
So that's the other thing you need is you need a shit ton of water or fluids. You have to bring those with you.
And we did.
Yeah. The other thing you need is a place to lie. Like, don't be shy with how much stuff you bring to lie down because when you are on a naked beach, you need things to sit on. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you were bright enough to say, should we bring a sheet?
You need to bring an entire sheet, people. We're going to need to lay this out. You're going to want a lot of laying options here. So we do that, bring all of our things. I also said, hey, we're going to need a snack.
Yep.
Why are we going to need a snack? I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't just go to a nude beach just for a little while and then go off to get something to eat. It's a goddamn commitment.
It's camping.
Yeah, it's camping. You stay there. You bring your food. You pack it in. You pack it out. That's what you do. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to start a small fire.
If that's what you need.
It's very rare, but sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah.
So we brought little sandwiches. All of those things were utilized. We found shade. I can't believe they were renting umbrellas there. That is absolutely unheard of. I can't believe usually you have to go pee in the woods, but there were bathrooms there. But a lot of the other things that were at this nude beach do exist at other nude beaches. For instance, at nude beaches, it is the same types of people.
Cast of characters.
It's the same cast of characters. You just have it's the same types of people. So they're I am here. I just want to lay naked. Get on with your life. You get on with your life. I don't really want to talk to you. I don't really want to talk to anybody. I just want to lay here. I just want to be in the sun. Okay. And then you have the people that are there that are just a little bit on the sexy side. I want to be here, but I don't want to be bored. This is sort of where you and I fall in. Right? You're like, I want to be here and I kind of want to maybe a little PDA. I'm probably not going to fuck anybody or do anything here. I'm not afraid to watch or see you have some PDA and I'm not afraid to be near you. And then you have the people who are there to fuck and they are going to do the PDA and they're going to fuck and they're going to try to make a scene. They love to be watched. They are the exhibitionists, right? And then you have the final cast of characters,
My favorite.
which is the creepiest motherfucker you have ever seen in your life. Now, this human being usually looks either homeless or insane.
And surprisingly, the fewest things.
When you talk about pack it in, pack it out, they travel light, right?
These are light.
Yeah, they do this for a reason. They either travel light or they travel efficiently. And you know this immediately because they're always on the move, right?
Yeah.
They're always on the move. Now, these people usually want to either watch you or they want to jerk off near you or they want something out of you and they just sort of lurk and they just sort of creep around you. They are everywhere. Now, the most important thing that you have to remember when you're at a nudie beach with these people creeping is if you don't want them around, you have to really make sure that you don't do anything to attract them over. Because if they see you visually giving any PDA, they will take that as a sign to get closer. Like, oh, they're okay with me watching, so I'm going to get closer to this individual because they want me to watch.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't. Gordon the fisherman.
What you had always said is it's blood in the water for sharks. So you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah,
And you would always have your head on a swivel with your glasses to see who's coming up the beach and who's past us, or shell collecting, as we used to call it.
Shell collector. Everybody becomes a shell collector when they hit a hot couple. They're walking down the goddamn beach with they got a place to go. As soon as they pass a hot couple, I've just become a shell collector. What the fuck? What are you looking at now? You're going to pretend you're looking at shells.
Just bending
Look
over.
at you. Look at you.
Naked shell collecting.
Oh, you're looking at something in the sand now? You just look like you were late for a fucking appointment. Now you're looking at something. Now you want to look at the fucking hermit crab?
All the time in the world.
Come on. Stop it. We know what you're doing. Keep it moving, sir.
Yeah.
Keep it fucking moving.
So we had to tell our friends this because...
Right. We don't know anything.
Yeah.
Right? We're with amateurs.
You were like, honey, tap them. Tell them.
Well, first of all, he gets undressed instantly hard. Instantly. He's hard with a cock ring on.
He did have a cock ring on.
Bright, shiny cock ring and hard the entire time. And I'm like, well, this is going to send the wrong message.
Yeah, a cock ring on a nude beach definitely does send a message.
Well, it definitely sends a message that
I'm okay with
a little bit of kink. So, but there's a lot of people here at Haulover, and it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. The other thing that you should know about nude beaches is the timing. Timing is very, very important.
Time of day.
Time of day is very, very important at nude beaches. At nude beaches, usually your layout hours are usually between, I don't know,
11.
Yeah, 10, 11, all the way till sunset. And I mean all the way till sunset. Now, what happens is at around 2:30, 3 o'clock, there is a shift change.
Bing.
The cast starts to change. So regardless of what group you're in, there is definitely a shift change at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. The night shift starts to come in.
the night shift.
Yeah.
The boom boxes get bigger.
You see more things start to come in. It gets a little bit more, I don't want to say creepier, but creepier. It's just a little more predatory.
Yeah, I would say predatory instead of creepy.
No one is coming at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to get sun.
Right.
Let's be honest, right? And these people just start showing up in throngs at 4 o'clock, looking for parking spots, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I know you're not here to get some sun.
Right.
Right? But you're here to play.
Yeah,
You're here to play when it gets, especially when it gets dim and it gets into the latter part of the day. Now, this is an important time because you either stay in the game and you either play the game or you don't play the game and you leave.
Yeah, you
right?
pack it up.
There was one guy who came in, can't remember what happened, but somebody was like tickling your stomach or something, right? And I seen this guy come in and he's packed up like he's in World War II. Like
a nude World War.
Yeah, in World War II. Like he's got all his stuff ready to go. And I see him sort of clock us. Someone's rubbing your stomach and I say, hey, someone hand me the water. And basically all I wanted was for someone to stop rubbing you.
Right.
By that point, he had sort of come by our little section and sort of walked past and maybe paused. And I had looked at him and I had said to our friend, I was like, hey, listen, here's the deal. If you see anybody creepy, stop with the PDA because they're just going to stick around and be really creepy. And then throughout the day, you and I saw 2 or 3 people who sort of planted their towel down.
He was reading a book, Richard.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, he put down a very, very small sheet.
Yeah.
That chapter must have been.
He put down a washcloth. He read for 5 minutes and then he was on his way.
That's right.
He reads in sections. He wants to finish 1 paragraph in each section of Haulover. That's his goal.
Yeah.
Right.
So
no,
that's
I mean, what they're doing
likes.
is they're watching to see, is this couple going to do anything frisky? What they're just testing the waters. And, am I going to make a home here? Am I going to move into this neighborhood? I haven't made a commitment yet.
I don't know.
Let's see what the area has to offer. So, and that's what they're doing. And you and I know that. And we're watching them. And that's like the signal to go like, okay, move away from me. I don't want to deal with this guy stroking his cock all day. So I'm just going to not look at you. I'm going to pretend my wife doesn't exist right now. So this guy leaves. They're not really in tune with that. And in fact, that happened. I looked over. He's still hard as a rock. And I'm like, this is just not working. So,
and I'm like, I always sit up because I don't like laying down when they're like, because I just feel like they just getting to look. So I always sit up. I kind of hunch over. I grab something. Maybe I'll eat something just to be gross, right? Like, and they usually move away.
I look up and I see the guy that clocked us earlier, Nude Beach World War II, packed up. And he walks over to us and he's like, hi, how you doing today? What's the rule here?
Ignore.
Do not engage.
I did not hear you. I don't speak English. I don't know. Whatever you want to.
Do not engage.
No.
Okay? We're on a beach. I am naked with my friends. There are not a lot of questions that you could ask right now that would be relevant to you talking to us right now.
Right.
You're alone.
We're a stranger.
Right? The only thing I could think of is you're sitting on my shirt. Like that's about it. Like I lost my phone and I was sitting right here. That's about it. But he says the worst thing that he could possibly say, worst opener in the world, and everybody who's in the lifestyle will understand this as soon as I say it. Well, you guys are an attractive bunch.
I already forgot what he said.
And I don't say it out loud, but my brain goes, oh, you motherfucker. You've got to be kidding me. Like, you suck at this.
I think I just rolled my head over to you. We're just like, because we're on the same page. And then we have our polite Canadians that.
Yeah, I look off into the distance.
Yeah.
Like, you are an absolute amateur. That's what you came up with?
Oh, God.
You should be ashamed of yourself, sir.
You shouldn't be allowed. You revoke his Haulover card.
That was the worst. So then he goes into number 2, which should have been his number 1. Where are you from? They start saying Canadian, and then our Canadian friends start being really, really polite.
Because they're Canadian.
Right.
That's what they do.
And then you jump in and you end it all. Oh, no. Sorry. He then bookends it. He says, well, listen, I gotta know.
I love that you remember what
I gotta know if there was at least one person who answered, well, yes, I'd like to be a part of that to this question. So guys, I do a little bit of photography and I was just wondering if I can take some photos of you. I really want to know if there is one person on this planet that was sitting on that beach that was like, well, yes, I do.
Adult photography, yes.
A little man that looks like a troll that lives in a cave. I've always wanted to be a nude beach model. I can't believe we found one another. This is fate. What happens when he pulls his camera out? Are we doing a photo shoot in front of everybody? I mean, I know where it goes from there.
Right. Let's just go back
Go back there. Let's go over in the corner here. Let's go touch your nose.
Oh,
spot.
sorry. I'm getting hard. Just you guys are so pretty.
Yeah, it's just all bad porn after that with this.
Ooh, oh, he was so gross.
And he was so gross. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but just like he looks like that guy who's trolling a beach with a camera. I mean, just picture that in your head. Anyway, after that comment, the Canadians are like, well, can we make you something to drink?
They're Irish.
Yeah, and I just put them in Ireland. Hi, can we get you a spot of tea? And you're like, hey, you know what? We're just here to relax a little bit today. So could you leave us alone? I don't even know what you said.
Be by ourselves. Thank you.
Be by ourselves. Thank you. Yeah. And then he fucked off. But, and then, yeah, we left. We left. You almost couldn't get out of the Haulover because there was so many people coming in while you're trying to leave. That's how many people were coming in onto the night shift.
Yeah, it was like the parking lot was sort of like a Black Friday type of thing where you are waiting for that spot to open because you got to get those Christmas presents.
It's a Black Friday sale.
It was unreal. I have never seen a parking lot like that at a nude beach. Oh God, we've been doing this so long.
Yeah, this is why
write a book, Richard.
This is our last podcast. So that's it. So then we called it a night. We did not have any more of the sex. We Ubered away.
We did. And
got on with our lives. But we will be seeing them again at Flirtation, all of them. I hope to maybe touch them again. I would enjoy having sex with her again if she enjoyed it. I don't know. It looked like she was having fun. I'm not sure. I would like to see you with either one of those fellas again. get into an orgy situation with them. I'm sure
Yeah.
they could cast that pretty well.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty good at orgy.
Yeah,
orgy
they're
situation.
good organizers.
Yeah,
And-
they are. They're very good organizers. And speaking of organizers, I think we're going to try to do a little party with them in Toronto.
Yes, up in the Canada.
So Room 77 may be going north of the border and trying something out there. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'll be like a spring type thing, right? Spring fling? I don't
Spring, maybe early summer.
Yeah.
But make sure to get on the list for that.
know. How did he do that, Richard?
You go to Room 77 Life and you press on events.
I'm just asking because it means I have to make the web page and the button
And
for
then
everything.
It's under the tab Unnamed Events.
Unnamed events. Okay, let me write that down. Mm-hmm. Then what?
And then you put
Fill out a form, or do you what?
you fill out a form.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and then your name, and how much you like me, why you want to attend, and how you would make me feel important and special.
In Canada.
Yeah, tell me how you would culturally influence me with Canadian culture.
I'm going to douse you in maple syrup, Richard.
Okay.
We did learn a little bit about that. We had some pancakes one day. We had some
of
Canadian
course.
maple
Look,
syrup.
my staff does
Oh my God.
amazing things with pancakes. I believe they were protein pancakes because my cook doesn't put a lot of bad things into my body for me.
Mm-hmm.
My sugar had no calories. Okay. That's just a little something that my chef does for me
Mm-hmm.
is they make things for me that my body can process naturally. It's not a lot of sorry, let me say this in Canadian. I was going to say processed food, but I need to translate it to Canadian. It's not a lot of processed foods. And one night cooked a wonderful Thai dish. It was so good that I stained my new shirt that I bought. Like I was eating it so fast that I spilled it on my shirt. Right.
Oh God.
I would like them to invite me to other stuff because they cook. Kevin cleans. He's a bit of a clean freak. So, you know what? I just want them as roommates.
I know. I want to travel everywhere with them.
So it was a good time. I learned a lot. I know you did a lot. I tried really hard.
Team player. And I really let go a lot.
I did
And
things
that was fun for me.
You did. I did things that I can't even mention. I'm just
Dirty.
It's
Just dirty
and
stuff, Richard.
Just really shameful. I mean, stuff that would do really well on porn sites, but I can't speak of it publicly.
Right.
It's just shameful.
It's so
Yeah, it was
taboo
really
and so good.
Yeah, it was a pretty
You were a
it was a
good
pretty
boy.
taboo, hot, sexy time. Again, I hope there were secret cameras in there, because if
Airbnb host or
if
like
they could send me that coverage,
like Real World, but
Yeah.
like
yeah, it'd just be a different angle.
that'd be
and things
awesome.
like, yeah, that was it. Thank you for participating.
I enjoyed it so much. I was really nervous at the beginning, and within hours it was definitely everything was at ease. And then first night of sexing just really put everything at ease, and it was just 100%. I would do it in a heartbeat again. So
Yeah.
fun.
So 2 years in the making, so worth it. They've come a long, long way. I'm super proud of them. I hate to get choked up, but we made them right. You know what I mean? We did something right. Here we are. This is just the closing interview. Really, this is how we wrap it all up here. Now, I would like to say that you have fed us. You gave us laughter. You gave us thought-provoking items to think about. You made us videos. You almost made us cry. That's a separate story. You made us come. So there are a lot of things that happened that we're really, really happy about. Now, we came into this situation relatively fearful, and rightfully so.
How come?
Well, because we knew that you guys were professionals, like really, 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 would you say that from 2 years ago, we had the expectation that you were going to raise the bar and like really blow it out of the water? Well, we did the Super Bowl halftime show last time. We got to come back and do the Super Bowl halftime show this time. But this time we got to really step it up a notch. Do you really feel like you guys stepped it up a notch this time?
I feel like we have. Yeah, it was a ton of fun, and I just feel like we've grown over the last 2 years because we've jumped in head first, just having a lot of fun.
As far as the play session that we had, this is some of the hottest play I have ever had. There are things that I've done in this play session that A, I've never done before, B, I never thought I would have done before, C, things that I didn't even know you could do with the human body, and that's true. Are there things that were firsts for you, and what did you like about it?
It was cool. We just came in here, we created our own little playroom. We had the black lights, the erotic movies playing, and it was just a really hot atmosphere.
How many times do you think you came? A, over 100. B, over 200. C, infinity.
Infinity.
I think it was infinity. I think infinity was
To infinity and beyond.
Was the correct answer there. You guys are incredibly sexy. We just want to thank you so much. The experience for us was absolutely amazing. Blew it out of the water. We knew it was going to. But we were fearful that we weren't going to be able to measure up. I still don't think we did. We really don't. So thank you again for opening our sexual experience once again. Meeting these two humble, inexperienced freaks that are now full-fledged freaky freaks. Hopefully, the next time we see you, if not sooner, is in Toronto. Am I right?
Yes.
Hint, hint.
Really exciting.
Radio wink. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
An incredible experience, and thank you guys for meeting us in Miami. It was
Incredible.
It was incredible.
I just wanted to add that you guys, not only was it awesome play, but to grow our friendship was super, super awesome. So yeah, sharing meals and just fucking off, and I had really, really an amazing time. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
And I feel proud that we produced something like that. Yeah. God bless them. Well, anyway, I have to go pray. So
Okay.
I should go get my beach towel.
Okay.
And my compass. And
I'm going to go shove stuff in my butt.
as you should have been doing this entire time.
Okay.
That's the right thing to do. So might I recommend that bottle of fragrance, whatever that is over there?
Okay.
You know what that is?
At least it wasn't that bottle of alcohol.
No. Bottle of alcohol maybe a week from now. But right now, just that bottle of fragrance, whatever that is, or the stuff for Machacho's foot. One or the other. They seem like the same size girthiness.
Yeah, a little spray bottle.
Right. Yeah.
That's not too
one of
bad.
that.
I'll
And
just put that in and go walk the dog.
Yeah, let's
no
get
one
you-
will know.
Yeah. Let's get you dilated and we'll get on with our lives.
I think that's eyes.
No, let's get you dilated. We're going to dilate your rectum.
I can't laugh anymore.
All right. Good luck with the rest of your life because I retired. Good luck with Room 77. Sexually, you're welcome for everything that I've done for you and everything that you've experienced. And from here on out, this is now a show about TV shows and nude beaches and current events. All right, Lauren, so that's it. We are transitioning the show. First show we are going to be talking about is the comedy Handmaid's Tale.
Or the fabulous Netflix movie, Lou.
Lou. Oh, I've watched Lou so many times.
It's hard not to.
I highly recommend watching that with a blindfold.
With the sound off.
Yes. Don't forget to go to Patreon to watch all of our sex stuff. And don't forget to call the X Club in Toronto, Canada and ask, hey, Jake, when's Room 77 going to be there? So we plan on being there in June, but we don't know when. So we hope that you come up there and meet us and have a good time.
Sorry. Please have a good time with us.
Sorry, Americans, you're not invited. That's not true. You can come.
You can come over the
you can
border.
come if
We'll
you're
let you.
Americans.
Yeah.
If you can get across the border, come. Just don't get caught bringing me drugs.
Oh, no, don't say that.
No, really. I don't want them to get caught. And if you do get caught, you don't know me. That's how it works.
Richard.
You're not coming for Room 77. No. You crossing that border, you get caught with drugs, you say, I'm carrying these for new with tags.
Oh my God.
Okay?
You're so bad.
Yeah, Jamie and Paul. These are for Jamie and Paul and new with tags.
Yeah, they're huge drug users.
Yeah, that's what we're going to tell everybody.
Yeah, we're telling them now.
All right, Lauren, I just have a lot of work to do.
I'm going to go check and see if my new butt plugs arrive.
Oh, yeah, you should be sticking stuff in your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, take this measuring tape. I mean, it's a rectangle. What would be fun is if you can get the measuring tape inside of your butt and then clench down, and then I'll pull out the measuring tape.
Yeah, we'll
right?
measure stuff.
And we'll just see how strong it is if you can hold on. It'll be fun.
Or we could just go to Home Depot like that. Excuse me, I just need to get some lumber.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I forgot.
How tall did it need to be?
And then we'll just press the orange button and just let it retract back into your butt. I think
I wish I had the freedom to do stuff like that without getting arrested.
These are great ideas. I don't know why people are not always sticking things in their butt. This is my point. All right, we will talk at you next time.
See you later.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go leave a positive review.
Or for more information, go to room77life.com.
Thanks for stopping by Room 77.
We had a blast.
Now get your clothes and get out.